Okay, we are back.
Yay.
So the game did not load, by the way, at all.
Very sad because I was very excited for that one specifically.
Yeah, so our options right now are go back on Roblox, find other games to play, play the Great Ace Attorney.
Which we'd be starting the new case.
Yeah, we'd be starting a new case, but it's not a Great Ace Attorney day. We also probably wouldn't even be playing that long, because you said you kind of wanted to end early because you were feeling sick.
It's true.
But I still, at the very least, kind of want to go for another route.
I'm fine. I'm not feeling as bad as I was earlier. I took the medicine. Started doing its job.
Okay, that's good. So those are our options right now.
If we did do the Great Ace Attorney, it would be pretty much just like a normal Great Ace Attorney stream because we only have like 2 hours left anyway. So
Right.
it's really up to you guys if you want to watch us mess around on Roblox some more on other non-Ace Attorney games.
Because we can certainly go into other games just as Phoenix.
Yeah. Or if you want to see us start the new case. But you guys have to decide because we both can't decide anything for any.
We're very indecisive.
Very. So up to y'all.
The whole nobody who's making decisions are talking. Yes. Or we flip a coin. I've got coins everywhere.
We don't get any input in about a minute. I say we flip.
Okay, do we want a gross penny?
A gross penny?
I don't know where that pin was. And I think there were like... Hold on, what was the question? I was doing something else. Okay, so our options right now are we go back on Roblox and we play non-Ace Attorney games, but we're Phoenix Wright in those games, so it's still kind of Ace Attorney. And we'll basically just have to be Phoenix Wright in the game. Or we play the Great Ace Attorney for the last 2 hours, even though it's not a Great Ace Attorney day. Those are our options right now. And if y'all can't decide either, we flip a coin.
Yeah. Because we cannot decide between the two.
Yeah. I still have Roblox pulled up, so we can very much do that.
We would be starting a new case if we did the Great Ace Attorney.
Yeah, that too. Down for Great Ace Attorney? Okay. Alright. Let me close out Roblox. Based as a Great Ace Attorney fan. Oh, biased.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're pretty based for that too, honestly. Based as a Great Ace Attorney fan.
I've been up since 8 a.m. This is why Sundays go so bad. It's because I don't sleep.
Based as a Great Ace Attorney fan.
We're waiting. It's loading. I love this music. Bet you guys had no idea. Okay.
Why was Phoenix up there and not Phoenix Apollo? Oh, it's not Apollo. My eyes are just terrible. I was really scared for a second. I was like, why the fuck is Apollo up there?
No, it's just the Discord overlay. Because it's weird. Okay. Oh, and we're gone. Hold on.
Oh.
There it goes. Okay. How's the volume
Like,
of the game?
it's a little tiny loud, I think.
Dog, I can't hear shit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really, really weird.
Oh, these are like $80 headphones, man.
God.
They better not be broken.
Why is it working for some things but not others?
I don't know. I'll try resetting them completely later,
Yeah.
but it's fine. I'll manage.
Do you want to switch me? I already have all the music burned into my brain forever, so...
That's okay. I'm not worried about it. You want me to turn it down then?
Yeah. Try to mess around and see what's going on with yours, because I want you to be able to hear.
It's
Well,
fine.
now I can't hear it all, actually.
Oh.
There.
I'll manage. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Put both of them back in for a second.
I tried that before and it didn't fix it.
No.
No.
Why is it working for some things and not others?
Don't know. It's evil. It's whatever. I think it's just music on a specific, like, this right here, the voice meter input.
It's really weird.
Anytime music it seems to be playing. Because,
You can hear the fossil flares.
but that's on cable output. So it's something to do with voice meter input.
Interesting.
Not too sure what's going on. Hold on. Wait. I can hear.
Yeah.
I fixed
hell
it.
Yeah.
Guys, I figured out what was wrong.
Thank God.
I really gotta learn that app a little better. I don't know shit. Wow, this whole time.
Well, hey, you know what? You figured it out, and that's what matters.
Crazy.
Oh joy.
The runaway. That's all I could
Glancing
see.
over my
We're covering.
records of the late last century, I am
Forgot
faced
it's all
by the
animated.
events of a certain bitter winter.
And voice acted.
A murder in a carriage as it sped through dense
Who is
London
this?
fog
Who's talking?
in the dead of night. Though the victim and
Oh,
the perpetrator were the only ones inside, there were multiple witnesses to the crime itself.
Screw this now.
However, none could have imagined at the time that such a seemingly obvious case as this would end in such a horrendous manner.
Horrendous.
My friend, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, once said of the incident,
I believe that perhaps that case was indeed
the prelude, the beginning of a long concerto that impressive Japanese student and I were to play together.
This is insane. I keep forgetting how good it is.
Amazing. Is this really just a railway station?
Not a
Railway
fan of his
station
voice,
or
though.
not,
Don't
I've
mean to him.
never seen such
Sorry.
an enormous building before.
She got an English accent.
And look at all the steam
Like-
locomotives.
She's not British.
Oh, but they learned
This
British
country
English.
is incredible.
I mean, fair, but I didn't think her accent would be that good. Also, they're just talking to each other. I assume they'd be talking.
It's probably just so we can understand what they're saying.
Well, I get
I
that,
feel
but
like I'm dreaming.
So this is the
It
capital
is?
of Great Britain.
it just
I
sounds
can
like
definitely
normal
hear it.
British.
Especially more so in some
Hello.
things she says more than others, but
I'll take you
I can
wherever
hear
you
it.
want to
I don't know. It just sounds like normal British to me. All British
that
people
case,
are the same.
The Supreme Court in
I'm
London,
joking, by the way.
If you wouldn't mind.
My
I
pleasure.
always gotta clarify that, because at work, they'll take jokes too far.
I suppose you're visiting students from abroad, eh?
Yes, there's some weird dumb comment. Like,
Thought so. Well then, I hope you enjoy your stay.
Okay, I'm back.
And welcome
Hi.
Oh,
to the
I didn't
centre
even
of the
notice
world,
this.
Great Britain's
Okay.
mighty capital, London.
for watching a cutscene. I obtained no information from that.
well, that's terrible.
Sorry. I really was just watching the animation.
Yeah, I know. I was.
I didn't.
I get distracted. It's too pretty.
I thought you weren't about to say ow. Not ow, I.
That was supposed to be for 2 minutes.
Oh.
God, that noise. I really did not retain a single bit of information. What happened in that cutscene?
They were just going here,
Oh, okay. So nothing important.
I think.
So
Drop
what
it.
are you playing now?
The Great Ace Attorney.
Oh.
This is what we normally do on Wednesdays. But we this was the option. It was either this or Roblox some more. And we played
Don't-
that Apollo Justice World for an hour.
God, it was so funny though.
It was
Don't-
so good.
Don't you normally play House of Fighters?
Well,
On Sunday?
Wednesday.
it's like every other Wednesday.
Look what you did.
You shouldn't have put it right here.
To be
You're
fair,
a
that's
cat.
not a flat surface. It's rounded. But every other Wednesday is Great Ace Attorney. And on those other Wednesdays, it's whatever I feel like, which right now we've been trying to do Stardew Valley and Fossil Fighters. Like this past Wednesday, we were supposed to do Stardew later in the night, and then I start early with Fossil Fighters. But other Callie, which is the one I'd be playing with.
Oh, Callie. What word, Callie?
Other Callie.
No,
Guy.
Johnny's friend, Callie.
No, not Johnny's friend.
Totally.
Callie. That kid's like 8 years old. No, but other Callie, got kidnapped by their aunt. Not really kidnapped.
Oh.
And
Okay.
didn't really have a choice in the matter. So it was just Fossil Fighters for 4 hours, which I've done before.
Yay.
I love Fossil Fighters. I completed almost all the side quests.
Nice.
Trying to 100% the game.
Again.
Again, yeah. I don't think I've ever actually 100% it. Like, gotten all the dinosaurs and stuff. I don't think I've ever done that. I've definitely completed it. Way too many times to count. Anyway, fun
Was that
fact.
alien tape?
She wears this shawl in the anime cutscene just so the animators want to animate all the flowers. That's so real.
Is that alien tape?
Yeah, except it's mine. But it's the
very
same stuff.
thin.
Yeah, it's the same stuff.
Sorry. Okay,
Anyway.
good night, stream.
What an
Bye.
incredible place.
It's so imposing. It's almost suffocating.
Where are we exactly? A library with a weird desk? Or is this supposed to be like...
It's set at some Supreme Court justice place. I don't know. There are some stone buildings like this in Japan now, of course, but they've only been built in the few short decades since we've opened our borders to the outside world. An authentic example like this has quite a different impact, wouldn't you agree?
Dude, they're in the clock. Is this supposed to be like Big Ben or
I
something?
have no idea.
Or are there multiple giant clocks in England?
I wouldn't know. I've never been to England.
Neither have I. I know people who have friends in England.
A far cry from the wood and paper most of our buildings are constructed from.
You could probably just look that up too. It's certainly unfamiliar.
Ace Attorney isn't exactly known for its realism either, though, so...
Yeah, fair enough. But I think there's more to the differences than just construction materials. What is this place again?
It's the Lord Chief Justice Office, Naruhodo-san, in the Supreme Court of Great Britain.
Hold on, sorry. Lord Chief Justice?
He had instructions to report here at this time if circumstances were different. We were supposed to let the Lord Chief Justice know that we had arrived from Japan.
But Cosmo can't.
No. So instead, we are here in a different capacity. As envoys? To report the news of Kazuma-sama's death.
Yes.
And having delivered his or her message, an envoy's duty is done. Am I saying that right?
I think it's Envoy, but
Envoy?
like the car.
I don't know what that is either.
Oh, okay.
So I wouldn't know.
So we'd have to return to Japan.
If we want to remain here in Great Britain,
I have to take Cosmo's place as the law student selected for the study tour.
yes, which means you need the requisite
Mhm.
qualifications as a lawyer.
Which is what I've been studying for.
Here in Great Britain, it is the Lord Chief Justice who appoints lawyers. So that's the second reason why we're here, to have you officially recognized as a lawyer.
Wow.
It's the only way we'll be able to remain here in London. You guys don't have to be here. It's okay, go home.
I wonder how good of a job I would do if I just took their little lawyer test, having little to no knowledge. I kind of want to know. Do you
Yeah.
think there's a lawyer test I could just take for free?
Maybe?
Like, obviously I wouldn't be officially certified if I did
Can
something.
you imagine you take an online quiz and they're like, great, you're ready to be a lawyer. Here's
I
your
just want to know how
certification."
good I do. I'd probably get nothing right unless it's multiple choice.
Yeah.
And then it's just a chance that I'd get it right. I'm probably gonna know like 3 questions out of like maybe 1,000. I don't know how long your tests are. I should look for that.
Yeah.
If that's a thing I can find, that'd be such a fun little thing to do. Little lawyer quiz.
Ah, good morning. Sorry for keeping you.
Lord Chief Justice. Oh, he looks like a Lord Chief Justice, except he doesn't care about justice. He wants evil. That's what he looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord Chief Evil.
Yes! I know Save Data Team has a playlist on YouTube where the actual lawyer reads some of the funniest bar exam questions.
That sounds fantastic. I trust you aren't too exhausted after your long voyage from Japan.
What are the question marks for? This is Lord Chief Justice.
It seems I'm 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 47 seconds late. You're an hour late?
That's terrible, man. Do you think he's related to Gant?
Honestly, yeah,
Mm.
I could see it. He's got that freak ass look in his face.
Nah, you're right. Oh, no, don't mention it. We're never happier than when we're standing around with nothing much to do.
What is that supposed to mean, brother? How fortunate. So, introductions. I am male?
Hmm.
How would you even say that? Strong heart. Chief... What? Lord Chief Justice of the British Empire.
And I feel like a little mouse on an elephant's foot.
Come on, Mr. Naruhodo, don't be a mouse.
Did he read our mind? Or was that something he said out loud?
I don't know, Phoenix does that too, where he'll say something and it's in parentheses, so it like, you know, but he's actually just saying it out loud.
Maybe he thought he was saying it in his head. It's an honor to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Strongheart. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo from the Empire of Japan.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo. Welcome to London, the capital of our glorious British Empire.
Not gonna lie, that was kind of cool with the birds.
It was.
He's got aura. Ah, yes, thank you.
So, what are your impressions of our capital so far? How do you like London?
Oh, well, help. I've been so nervous ever since I got here that I can't remember a single thing about the city.
Just say it's great. It's simply splendid, isn't it, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh? We had a wonderful view of some of London's streets from the carriage on our way here from the station. Everything is so impressive and grand. I must say I'm almost lost for words. I'm glad to hear you like it. The city boasts tramways, piped water and gas, even cables supplying electricity. We spearhead every revolutionary new technology in the world. Every visitor to London is astounded. Okay, bye.
I'm honestly surprised there's sunshine, though. Like, y'all know how bad the weather is in
Right.
London? It is constantly foggy and dreadful. It's like gray.
Dreadful. Oh yes, astounded is the word.
Thanks for saving me there.
And everyone seems so jolly and full of
Vigor.
vigor.
Yeah. Man, the people who wrote this never went to London. Not once.
Yes. There's much excitement about the upcoming great
Exhibition.
exhibition. Thank you. We will be hosting here in London. I can't read anything.
Fog comes to play later. Okay. We just got the rare day where it's sunny. The once in a month type of day. Great exhibition. I don't know how I'm doing so great with words today.
Cultural and technological achievements from around the globe are to be
Exhibited.
here in our great city. Fuck. It will be the greatest spectacle of its kind in history, and will make Paris's World Fair look like a toy shop.
How rude.
Right. Gosh, I can hardly imagine how magnificent it's going to be. Great Britain's capital city is nothing but magnificent. London is the center of the modern world.
even if you... Wait, even if you do say so yourself...
The sun will never set on our great empire.
Wrong. Every single day. It's kind of how it works, man.
For,
You know, the
Dear
world
Lord.
moves around in a circle, the sun
I
sets.
don't think they figured that out yet.
How long ago do you think they
I'm
figured that out?
joking! Perhaps it is fate that in these progressive times we welcome visitors from the land of the rising sun.
Lord Chief Justice, I think you were expecting a student of law for this study tour, weren't you?
Absolutely. Mr. Cosmo Asogi, fuck, if my memory serves.
That's right.
The British government has already been telegraphed a full report on the situation. I understand the young man lost his life aboard the steamship bound for our shores.
That's amazing. Didn't
Well, Mr. Naruhodo?
This is it then. The moment of truth. Man, we're getting more bots. Different bots this time. I'm so used to getting the ones where it's like, check out this link
Oh,
and
yeah.
blah blah blah. And
I
now we're
know.
getting new ones where it's like, turn your stream from blah to yay.
That's crazy.
But I'm still catching them because I found all their keywords that
Hell
they're
yeah.
using.
That's great. Thank God.
Oh yay, it's back. Wait, what? Oh, was the slots not working?
Huh.
I never know when it's working. It really has a mind of its own. The thing is, Lord Justice, or Lord Strongheart, I was wondering if perhaps you would consider allowing the study tour to go ahead.
Don't misunderstand me. Britain would ideally like to see the tour go ahead. But without a lawyer from your country, there is nothing to be done.
Well, in that case, what if there was someone else? Another lawyer from Japan, I mean.
You're gonna beat him with the stick, dude. Is there something I don't know? Only a single lawyer was invited to Great Britain from your country. And that was Mr. Osogi. At least, that's what I've been led to understand.
Well, the thing is, this really isn't going well at all. Just spit it out, man. I just can't seem to find the right words.
Mr. Naruhodo,
I could ruin things here if I'm not careful. What am I going to say?
Anything?
If there's someone else here from Japan who would be described as a lawyer, it's Miss Sasato, obviously, but I'm supposed to be the one studying. It's me. I can do it.
Is that so?
I mean, I don't actually have any qualifications as such, but
No qualifications, you say? And yet you still claim to be a lawyer?
I have acted as a lawyer in court before. Only once, as it happens, and I had Kazuma to help me, and I was the accused, but glossing over the details. I've been spending every spare moment on the journey here to Great Britain studying. I've learned all about British law and court proceedings while I was on board the SS Bureau.
The voyage from Japan is 50 days, I believe, not what you might call a full education. To become a qualified lawyer here in Britain, not only do you need a university degree in law, you must also complete several years of training.
I realize it's far too short of a period of time, but I can't just go back to Japan.
Yes, you can. Bye!
Kazuma, Mr. Osogi's journey has only just begun. Coming here on this study tour was all he thought about. I have to carry on and do everything he planned to do. I know it must sound like I have an overly inflated opinion of myself, but I would do anything to prove that I have what it takes. Any test you care to set me. Just one chance, that's all I'm asking for. Please.
Yeah, bro, shut up. 31 seconds.
Sorry?
Your opening statement there, Mr. Naruhodo, it was 31 seconds long. Not too brief, not too protracted. a perfectly judged appeal, I would say. Which is a skill that would stand you... Wait, stand you in good
I think it's Deed or Stead. I don't know.
as a lawyer.
Oh, thanks.
So you're willing to put those words to trial, are you? Well, I'm all for entertainment.
Huh?
But let me ask you one thing first, sir.
Yes.
You say you intend to do everything Mr. Asogi planned to do? Are you firmly set on that path?
Well, yes, that's my intention.
I see.
Am I imagining things? Or does the expression just alter a fraction there all of a sudden? I don't know.
I'm imagining things.
I can't imagine they would make a second sprite, so...
Mhm. Very well. You have your wish. I'll give you a chance. Oh, we're on minutes. Oops, wait. For like a minute.
My bad.
Whoops.
My turn. I'm gonna break it. Floors. Oops. 10,000. Damn. That's so cool. Lovely, so Gumble floating up.
The one. He's so cute, so humble. He's so humble.
He is.
Yes.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hooray! That was so gumble.
Yeah.
Excellent
Sorry we
flying
didn't
loader.
notice, to be honest. I really gotta get the thing up
Yeah.
for an ad. I have it here on the wall somewhere as a note. Ad notification noise. I spelled ad wrong. I think. No, I didn't.
I was gonna say, what are you talking about right now?
My bad.
Dude, it's 2 letters.
I was thinking it was 3.
Like addition?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Let's
My
get you to
bad.
bed.
I'm not even the one who's sick.
Here we go. So tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry for
Ugh. A test to become a specially certified lawyer. Whether you pass or fail is entirely down to you. Down to
Really?
you?
Okay. So, what form will the test take exactly?
Tell me, Mr. Naruto, what do you consider the role of a lawyer to be?
Well, defending people, of course.
Well said. So, let's have you defend someone.
Huh? I finished Ace Attorney 4 and started Great Ace Attorney. That's awesome.
Ace Attorney 4. That's about justice.
Wow.
Sorry. Your timing is perfect, in fact. There's an...
Wild. Yunosuke, and I don't know who that is. Wanna focus so hard, I just know it.
What do you
Crazy.
mean it's Kazuma?
That's an E at the end.
Yeah.
I
But,
thought it
like,
was a whole different person. My bad. Sorry.
Tisk tisk. There's a trial about to begin later today. No advocate has been appointed for the defense as yet, so this will be welcome news.
Today.
Straight away?
This
If you-
poor person.
I know. If you manage to secure a verdict of not guilty, you'll have passed my test. If not, you get thrown in the pit. Burned alive. What could be simpler?
Ugh, how do I get myself into these situations?
This is entirely your fault, buddy. I don't... well, could I ask what sort of trial is it, Lord Strongheart?
Murder.
Yeah.
Always is.
Yes, good question. Ah, I remember. Murder. It's a murder trial. A murder? There's only one case that I've played, anyway. that is not a murder trial
Really?
at first, and then it becomes a murder
Okay,
trial.
never mind.
So yeah,
I'm not as shocked about that.
I was like, whoa, no way, that's so crazy. I can't believe there's a murder.
Yeah, it's not Ace Attorney if someone's not dying.
Apparently normal crimes aren't interesting enough.
Well, I assume that he specifically...
Yeah, probably. Although, Mia does say, like, you know, it's pretty crazy that you're taking on a murder trial as your first case, which implies that he's not just a...
Yeah.
Right? You know, whatever. An extremely simple case, I understand. You really can't lose.
That's easy to say.
But I should mention, just in case, if the defendant is found guilty, he will of course be sentenced to capital punishment.
Capital punishment? He'll be put to death?
Here in Great Britain, murderers are sent to the gallows without exception.
That's crazy.
Presumably, you've read that much in your short C-based introduction to British law. We can't possibly agree to such a test. We would be toying with a man's life.
And we'll be fine. He said
I
it's an
am
easy
the
one.
Lord Chief Justice. I've decided it's acceptable.
But you can't do that, can you?
There's no need to overcomplicate this. All you have to do is ensure that you don't lose.
So the defendant may live or die, depending on how well I perform in court. If I lose, he'll be hanged.
Mr. Naruhodo, you've come to me claiming to be a lawyer. You want me to take you seriously, you need to prove you're willing to do a lawyer's job. And you say you intend to see through the will of your compatriot, Mr. Asugi. I would like to understand just how far you're willing to go in order to make that happen.
He's testing my resolve.
What's the matter? You've fallen silent. I'm sorry, but time is pressing. The trial begins shortly. I need an answer from you now. What's it to be?
Is it actually gonna give us the option to say no?
Save it real quick, I need to.
Yeah. How do I save it?
Oh.
No!
Well,
Is it escape? It probably is. I can't. It won't let me do anything. Oh, was that options?
15 seconds.
My bad. I clicked the wrong thing. I don't even know what all he said. Okay. Alright then. If I have to give you a decision now, my answer is...
Your decision making needs work if you want to be a lawyer. That was too slow. So it's as I suspected, is it?
Sorry?
You have noble intentions, but lack the resolve to see them through. The test is cancelled. Thank you for stopping by. Go and acquire your ticket for passage back to the east tomorrow. This conversation is over.
Yes, Lord Strongheart. Thank you for offering me a chance.
Mr. Naruhodo.
I love how he's all like, time is important, yet he was over an hour late to meeting us.
Yeah, literally.
I'm sorry, Mr. Sato, but what could I do?
It's alright, I understand.
You do?
Not an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances. But resolve has absolutely nothing to do with it. You're gonna beat us. What are you trying to say, madam?
I think what Mr. Sato means is that no matter how badly I'd like to be recognized as a lawyer and stay here in Great Britain, to risk another man's life by trading his one and only chance at a trial so trivially would be utterly unforgivable, and I feel exactly the same way. I'm sure the defendant won't see this trial as a test, as some kind of experiment. Oh, my bad. A lawyer may fight for his clients in court day after day, but for each one of those clients, the particular day they stand in the dock may be the only chance they have to fight to prove their innocence. No, I was wrong. I'm not qualified to do that job yet. I'm sorry for wasting your precious time, Lord Chief Justice. Okay.
Wait, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, was there something else?
Approximately 20 minutes by carriage to the Old Bailey from here. If you leave immediately, you should still be there in time.
But I just said that.
I was quite serious in what I told you. The defendant in this case has literally no one to advocate for him.
What?
At this point, he can't hope to find someone to represent him. The trial will begin without a defense. And if that happens, there's only one possible outcome.
It gets postponed until he gets
He
someone?
will receive the most severe sentence the judge can pass down. Why?
That's awful.
But that is the truth. Why does it have to be like this?
Yeah. Y'all have no empathy.
Please don't expect an answer to every question.
He really put that in place because he felt like it.
Yeah. The cold hard truth of the matter is that there is only one person now with a chance to save this man from a very miserable end. And that is you. Just have anyone else do it, whatever. So, what do you say now? Me? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart? You said it wasn't an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances. But in my estimation, it's purely and simply a matter of resolve. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, but to be
Oh.
fair, we didn't know all the details.
Right. Our time is up here. I have a meeting to attend. I must leave in 2 minutes and 16 seconds, so I can be an hour late there too. So venture into our great city and enjoy yourselves.
Okay.
He's gone.
The Old Bailey.
If we're going to do this, Mr. Naruhodo, we must leave at once.
Okay, I don't care. We never examined this place, should we? You think it's gonna be important? Okay.
Thank goodness, we're in time. There's still 15 minutes until the trial begins.
I never knew a horse-drawn carriage could go so fast. I thought my teeth were going to rattle loose.
Did you hear what I said to the driver when we climbed aboard? Get us to our destination in 5 minutes, driver. And there's a guinea in it for you. It's one of my favorite lines from the Herlock Sholmes stories, and it worked quite perfectly.
Not sure why you're so pleased. I thought we were going to die, and we had to pay gold for the privilege.
But at least we arrived here before the trial started.
Yes, I suppose there's that.
Anyway, I don't understand it. The court clerk said the defendant should be here, but there's no sign of him at all.
It's actually one of these guys. So this is the Old Bailey. Even this room for defendants. Wait. Even this room for defendants to wait in is grand. Man, I can't process.
Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo?
I'm feeling tense, that's all. This place gives me the same sense of foreboding that I remember from the Supreme Court in Japan. An oppressive air, almost as if the building itself is going to crush whoever's about to be sentenced. Feels like only yesterday that I was the one about to be crushed. I love how he's reminiscing on
Dude.
when he was accused of
For
murder.
real. Yes, whoever the man you're to defend is, I imagine he's feeling very alone at this moment.
Is this gonna be me?
Yeah.
Top of the morning to you, madam. Sir. Oh. Kilt skin.
I'm sorry you said, oh. That was my exact reaction when I first saw him too.
I'm so
Oh.
glad it's the same. What are you doing following me here? Things are fair desperate, are they? Sorry?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Would you look at those expressionless faces from the East Star use? We're from Japan, yes. Ah, Japan is it? Right. Say no more. Don't be racist. So, how much do you need? No, we're just here because... No need to explain, fella. I've been there myself, so I have. No place to go, nothing to eat, barely a penny to your name, all while in a strange, faraway land. Do your best Jacksepticeye impression for him? So fun fact, never watched Jacksepticeye once in my life.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Wow.
Not once in my entire life.
That's crazy.
So,
Well,
couldn't
he's
do that.
Irish.
Not helpful. Can't do an Irish
I
accent.
can't do an Irish accent. He's
Nah.
literally speaking in an Irish accent, dog.
Okay, I'm doing my best here.
Like he's it's bro out in it. Okay.
I'm doing my best.
Sorry. Jeez.
Well, actually, we haven't found a place to stay yet, no? 'Tis grand. Let me start by giving you 1,000 guineas. Say no.
1,000 guineas.
Please, Mrs. Hama, you don't need to shout.
1,000 guineas is enough to build an entire mansion in the most prestigious area of Tokyo.
What? 'Tis nothing to me at all. I like to ensure I have sufficient funds to weather a rainy day, you see. I have enough wealth to buy the city of London 2 or 3 times over. Then how is he struggling to get a lawyer?
Great question. It's probably mentioned, but I don't remember if it is.
Could that much rain even fall in one day? Well, even so, we couldn't possibly accept such a large sum of money.
It's just
That hit me in the eye. Don't get me wrong, fella. I'm not giving it to you, no strings attached. Well, then take it back.
right.
I'll be wanting you to do something for me. Oh? To be honest, 'tis a little embarrassing. The trial's about to begin, you see. Is for me good self here. I'll be in the dock. So now, what I want you to do is come along with me and stand there beside me. Officially, you'd be my lawyer, but that's just a little detail now. Oh, well, the thing is, don't worry about a ting. Okay. All you have to do is stand up there next to me, nothing more. Otherwise, you see, the trial is going to start without me having any kind of representation at all. So, like,
I hate his face.
yeah, so it was true. The Lord Chief Justice wasn't just making it all up.
I'm terribly sorry to have to ask, but
I love the coin toss to the player animation because it's obvious that this game was originally made for the 3DS. Oh, wait, that would be so cool on the 3DS.
yeah, but
Oh my gosh.
does that mean you're the defendant in this trial?
I hate that face. Bluster and Blazes. Do you not know who I am? Me, one of London's biggest names? No, sorry, we've only just arrived in the city, you see? I see. I suppose it ain't altogether impossible. Well, just next to Hyde Park, there in the center of London, is another beautiful park. Sorry, park? What? 'Tis called McGilded Park, full of blossoming flowers in the spring and singing birds and whatnot. I donated it to the city, so I did.
An entire park in central London?
City of Smiles, that's my vision for London. There's nothing Magnus McGilded wouldn't do for the city, and it's queer old people. That's amazing. I mean, really extraordinary.
Oh,
But
calm down, little guy.
yeah, they've the gall to say I'm a good for nothing criminal. Me, Magnus McGilded. What is the matter with the London police, I ask you? Alright, don't pass out.
Mr. Naruhodo. Perhaps now would be a good time to introduce ourselves while the gentleman catches his breath.
Good idea. Mr. Gilded, the thing is, we're actually here in London to study British law. We're law students on a study tour from Japan, you see.
Just
So-
breathe into the mic really, really loud.
I hope that was great. So, if you don't have a lawyer for the trial yet, and you'd be happy to put yourself in our hands, we'll do our best. What was I after saying, you deaf... Huh?
What?
What the fuck
I
is
don't
an
even know what-
Egypt? I've given you 1,000 guineas to stand up there next to me, haven't I? Well, yes, but I wasn't really offering to just stand up there next to you.
Had to lock in.
Oh, I think I see what's going on here. Sorry? I know what you're thinking. This Chancellor Lafella claims to have more money than the Queen. Dude, I feel like he'd be talking in the fucking Discord mod.
Oh.
That's how I'm
Oh.
imagining this.
Have you just never...
No, I'm sorry. But if that's true, why the blazes can't he hire the finest lawyer in all of England? Because he did it. That's the only explanation. Well... well... I don't fucking know.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, exactly. What now? Well, like you said, if you have all the money, but you don't have anyone to represent you in court,
You must have
there's
done
no
it.
other logical conclusion that you're guilty of the charges. Was that wrong? Well, you call a spade in the East, so you do. What are you saying? I'm
Start making sense!
I'm sorry, I didn't mean any offense. I still can't express myself very well in English, you see. And I'm never sure what's acceptable to say and what isn't. Are you autistic?
I was gonna say that.
Because me too, buddy. Is that so? Because you sounded fluent enough when you were telling me what a blackguard
I was
must
gonna
be.
say literally completely fluent in English.
I'm terribly sorry.
Ugh, he unsettles me.
I can't say I blame you for thinking it, fella. It's a little strange, to be honest. Why you don't have a lawyer, I mean? That'd be the fault of the Reaper. Did you just say Reaper? Aye, the Grim Reaper of the Bailey, Lord Barak von Zeeks. He's the prosecutor.
The prosecutor is the Grim Reaper?
What kind of AI court is this? When Von Zeeks stands for the prosecution, they call the accused his sacrificial lambs. And to this day, in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. What?
Wow, I've heard of this story before.
Hmm.
Wow, an undefeated prosecutor. Wow, that's so original. I wonder who's going to defeat him.
Oh,
Sorry.
You think he's gonna tase us in a locker room too?
Do they even have tasers?
Probably not.
Maybe
Brings
he'll
out the
punch us.
the giant whatever gun they had. He has to pack it with black powder. he sees you, whips out
Hold
the
on a
gun.
minute, guys. Just stay
Okay.
right there while I get this ready.
And it takes like 3 minutes.
And they're just like, oh yeah, no, totally, take your time, I understand. He points at them, like, oh my god!
Dude, that'd be so funny. I feel like they had better guns at this time, but it's so much funnier to think that way. Oh. In fact, they don't say it until later, but Vincex is not undefeated.
Oh, fucking thank god. I wonder if that's been said since, like, in parts that I've played and I just don't remember it. Or if it's not said until, like, the second game or something, because I'm still on the first case of the second game.
Yeah.
Either way, thank god. I'm so sick of these undefeated prosecutors. Too many of them.
Yeah.
They don't all have to be gods, please.
So it's reached the desperate situation. where there's no one willing to stand in defense against the fella at all. You could say he's a living legend of the Old Bailey.
Goodness. Lord... I'm not sure how you're supposed to say his first
I don't
name,
know, man.
actually.
Just guess.
Von Zeeks. He must be an exceptionally talented prosecutor, then.
Oh, my bad. Talented isn't the word you're looking for. It's cursed. Cursed? What on earth?
Kind of a twist with him later. I don't remember any sort of twist, so I guess it's not something that I have figured out yet.
Oh. Who wants to be bailiff?
The defendant is summoned, and his counsel, please make your way to the courtroom. The trial is about to begin.
His counsel? That would be me. Oh, 'tis time. Well then, fella, don't let me down. But I don't know anything about the case. You haven't told me what happened. Until you showed your face here, I'd made up me mind, so I had. Sorry. Decided I'd have to defend myself in there. How would that have worked? You did it, man!
Dog, seriously.
But then you made an appearance, a student of law, wouldn't you know? 'Tis no accident, I can assure you of that. 'Tis fate. So don't get cold feet now, please.
I don't like that sprite at all.
I don't either.
I don't like his face. I don't like his face in any sprite.
I literally know nothing about the case, or about this man who stands accused. In fact, the only thing I do know is that I can't just turn my back on him.
You sure can. Just go back to Japan, dude.
It's not that serious. It's
Mr.
in therapy,
Naruto.
you'll be okay.
You're not even a law student. It's true.
Oh, this man has no one. I'll have to stand alone in that courtroom, armed with nothing to defend himself. Yes, something that Kazuma would never have allowed to happen.
Counsel for the defense, what are you doing? If you're late for the start of the trial, you will lose your right to stand.
I'll be right there. It's happening then. My first trial in British court. I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma, because I have no idea how I'm going to manage this. Yeah, those 50-something days, I don't remember shit, man. I'm gonna be real, it's all in one ear out the other. No judge.
To be fair, can you imagine how terrifying this would be if you were in his situation?
Yeah, I also wouldn't remember shit.
And it's not even like he wanted to be a lawyer.
Nope.
He just decided to on a whim
What did he
after his
want to
fucking
do?
friend. I don't know.
Dude, he probably wanted to go be some art student.
Oh yeah.
He's fruity enough for that.
It would make sense considering Phoenix.
Oh, there's a bunch of people? Where's the judge? So this is the highest court in Great Britain, the Old Bailey. The centuries of history in this place is palpable, isn't it? It's so different to the Supreme Court in Japan.
Centuries of history?
Huh?
He's an English student. Oh, I guess that makes sense. It feels both imposing and serene at the same time. The atmosphere almost makes your words redundant. Whatever the country, determining a person's guilt or innocence is always a solemn affair. May I say something, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, yes, what?
Your eyes look ready to pop out of your head again.
I know, but I just can't help it. Sorry, I took cocaine, like, right before this. Why we got Santa Claus as our judge?
Yeah. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. We are here today to determine the guilt or innocence of Mr. Magnus McGilded. Now I call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. prosecution is fully
Okay, so we have Santa Claus as the judge, and Dracula as our prosecutor. What a case this is. This really is just like AI court.
Dracula.
Oh, tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not. It just was really funny.
The other option was Batman.
Santa Claus and Dracula were on ads. Santa Claus and Dracula.
That's exactly what they are. And while we're on ads, I'm gonna go run into the bathroom because I didn't do that while we were on break. Oh my god.
Dear Lord. Welcome back. From ads. This is being a little piss boy. So I'm just chilling here waiting for him to get back. His design is supposed to be based on a fallen angel. One of his concept art designs had a lot more feathers. More feathers? Does he have feathers in general? Because I don't remember seeing any feathers at all in his design. But I also don't really remember much from this game because I haven't played it in a while. So that could just be a me thing. Man, I really need to continue playing it because I literally started playing the second game. Well, I started playing it, I think, in like a while ago. But I went into it the other day and I was going to keep playing it. And then I decided I wanted to keep playing Dual Destinies instead. So I think I played like maybe 2 minutes of the first case of the second game, and then I switched to Dual Destinies, and then that's just what I've been focusing on playing because I don't even know why. Hey, welcome back. I was talking about how I really need to continue playing the second game of this.
Yeah.
Yes. But I've been focusing on Dual Destinies.
Alright, back to Santa Claus and Dracula.
The prosecution is fully prepared.
That must be the Reaper of the Bailey.
No fucking shit.
He really does look fully prepared to dispatch his next poor victim to the underworld.
Being a little dramatic there. Counsel for the defense, you appear to be Eastern. Do you speak English? Dog, be so for real.
Huh? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. But he asked if the defense was ready. And I couldn't be further from ready if I tried.
Those eyes please me. Nipponese. Okay.
Oh. What an odd thing to say.
Yeah. They shroud your fear, your doubt, your trepidation. They run wild, clinging to some phantom notion of courage. Brother, can you talk normally? The quintessential look of a sacrificial lamb.
Ugh, a cold shiver just ran down my spine, all the way to the tips of my toes. Okay, buddy.
Now, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that was me. Yes, my lord.
You stand accused of murder, a capital offense. You could be sent to the gallows if found guilty. Are you quite sure you wish to entrust your defense to this foreigner?
As I've always said, my lord, 'tis a grand thing to leave opportunities to the young. Even if the fellow is a student from some little island off in the Far East, it is not the British way to ignore the dangers of the self and to give those less fortunate a fair chance.
Probably not.
I'd like to think that acts of chivalry do the great British Empire proud. Oh, I don't like this. Did you hear he donated 5,000 pounds to the government the other day? Mother, please, maybe something. I think it was go to his park.
It seems as though everyone in the public gallery is firmly behind Mr. McGilded.
That's definitely welcome news, and he certainly has a way with words. I'm surprised he couldn't convince anyone to defend him.
Eloquently put, Mr. McGilded, and most laudable sentiments. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm sure I hardly need to remind you. I need hardly remind you that you six
Why's he got a
members
knife?
of the I don't know, man. Of
Is
the
that
public
that
have
one
been
guy?
selected for your impartial. What? Are you ready to
Professor,
proceed?
whatever his name was in that one game. That's what he looks like. The one crossover game.
The Professor Layton crossover?
Yeah, that's what he looks like to me. I don't know what this guy actually looks like. This is going off of memory. Let me look this guy
Your
up.
memory isn't very good.
I know that. Let me look this up. Professor Layton.
I think it's just the hat.
You know, close enough to me, honestly. Like, if I saw these two, like, within a 5-minute span of each other, I'd think they're the same person.
They don't even have a similar color scheme.
Yeah.
They don't look alike at all. They just have a hat.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you need. Listen, this is how I identify people.
By their hats.
Well, by, like, specific things. If you didn't have any piercings, I would not know who you are.
That's crazy. That's fucked up.
Like, I can't tell you how many times I've looked at someone randomly, like, just going about my normal day, and I thought there was someone I worked with because they had something specific that was the same as someone I worked with. Like, the bright green hair. Saw someone like that, thought it was them. Thought it was them.
That's crazy.
Wasn't some random person. I'm sure they didn't look alike at all.
That's fair.
But I cannot recognize people or remember names or anything like that. Don't know how I'm getting through life, to be honest. I'm really just here. In the old Japanese version of the game, rather than Reaper of the Bailey, Monzes was called the Death God of the Bailey. That sounds significantly cooler. Speaking of Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, the Great Ace Attorney games were made after the...
Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright game.
Oh, I'm sure I could have guessed that, but and Shitagami drew a lot of inspiration from his time working on that game. That's cool.
The fact that they're British, was that the inspiration?
Why does this guy have a knife, though?
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
You got somebody's sweet old grandma knitting, some maid who would rather be doing anything else. I don't know.
She does look very
She looks like
uninterested.
fucking Amber from Sophia the First in like 40 years. That guy. Yeah. He looks like he'd be in the normal games, not this one. The one with the knife.
I guess I'll be 1, 2, and 3, and you can be 4, 5, and 6.
Good enough.
Yes, my lord. If the task is to send rotters to the gallows where they belong, I'm more than ready. At the manor, his lordship always says we should dispose of rubbish promptly. Naturally, I agree. Ha! Any criminals here will soon be wishing they never set eyes on me. Okay.
Cool, I got the easy ones. Never mind. I feel a chill. Oh, don't mind me, my dears. I'll just be getting on with my knitting. Must finish these knits for my grandson. Oh, she really is just someone's sweet old grandma.
Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, those people are...
The jury, yes. That's something we don't have in Japan yet.
That's right, I've only ever read about it. But here in Great Britain, the court's final verdict depends on the opinions of these 6 jurors. The judge passes sentence according to law, but the jurors determine guilt based on common sense. So the defendant is ultimately judged from 2 completely different points of view.
But how exactly do the jurors give their verdict?
That I don't know, but...
I'm gonna be real, I don't either because I've never been to a court thing before.
either. I'm sure it will become clear as the trial progresses.
I've sat through a mock trial, but that was like a decade ago. I don't remember shit besides there was something to do with the guy pissing his pants. Don't know.
Wow.
This was a middle school thing, so.
I'm sure it was extremely accurate on real law.
Mm-hmm. I did also watch this like documentary TV show thing about a jury thing. Except it was all meant to be like one of those social experiment kind of things. But then they ended up actually having to go through and make a case for this guy because he got so invested. I'll have to show you. It was kind of funny. It was so good. There was a guy who was meant to be a celebrity who ruined the entire thing for everybody.
Great.
Yeah, it was interesting. Anyway.
Prosecutor Van Zeeks. Von Zeeks? Probably, more like.
Oh, and there was a guy pissing his pants in that one too.
What the hell, dude?
I don't know.
My lord? It's been a number of years since we've seen you here in the courtroom. I thought you'd renounced your fame. I'm known as the Reaper of the Bailey, my lord. Infamy rather than fame, I would say. But yes, 5 years have passed since I last spread my wings in this capacity.
Okay, buddy.
Okay, edgelord. So what brings you back?
Sure. Crazy.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Is there some change of circumstance of which the court should be aware?
I'm broke now.
Need some more money. I leave that to your imagination, my lord.
Yeah, my imagination is you ran out of money. That's really the only reason celebrities ever do things is when they're out of money. So the Reaper has been out of action for 5 years. Why did he have to choose today of all days to make a comeback?
Don't lose heart, Mr. Naruhodo. As you wish, sir. The court nevertheless welcomes your return. Now then, opening statements, I think. A summary of the case, if you please. Yeah, it is kind of scary. Certainly, my lord. As your lordship is aware, this is a case of overwhelming simplicity. Yeah, okay.
We must be the only ones in here who aren't aware.
The incident took place in the late evening, 3 days past. The hour was some minutes after 10. Talk normally. The victim was a maker of building bricks. Known in the community as Thrice Fired Mason.
Sorry? Thrice. Yeah, 3. 3 times.
He was a very accomplished craftsman. The bricks he fired were said to be almost indestructible.
Damn. Poor dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
Someone was jealous.
The victim's corpse was discovered in an omnibus in service on the streets of London at the time. A dagger that had been thrust into the victim's abdomen is believed to be the ultimate cause of death.
Did y'all brush for fingerprints, or was that not a thing?
Probably not a thing. Here's the autopsy report from the investigating medical officer at Scotland Yard. Thank you, counsel. I shall accept that and the photograph as evidence.
I've never seen a photograph before. It's in color, though.
Ooh.
I don't think he's ever seen a photograph in color.
And one further item of evidence. The prosecution wishes to submit these as well. And these are...
Loves you.
Right. Good lord! Is that blood, Counsel?
Is he as dumb as the other one?
No.
Okay.
Yes, my lord. Seized by a policeman who arrived at the scene. These gore-soaked gloves... Oh, that's gore. Of my comfort character. Were taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested.
Comfort character is the brick maker?
Have you never seen that?
No, I have.
Okay, okay.
Trust me, they say it a lot at work. As I was leaving today, they said, "That's Gore, my favorite, Gabe." As I was walking out the door. Don't know what that was about.
They wanted you to stay.
Too bad. I had Ace Attorney. Roblox Ace Attorney.
Roblox Ace Attorney.
Mr. McGilded's gloves had blood on them?
Well, that fucking sucks.
I see why it was a simple case.
Yes, I will accept these as evidence as well.
Right, get into this, buddy. You already know the answer. Backed into a corner before I've even started.
As is the nature of Ace Attorney.
Hmm.
Continuing.
Man, this tastes like cardboard too. The Snapple tastes fine though. I just keep getting unlucky and getting cardboard drink.
Cardboard drink.
Boo.
According to the driver of the omnibus, there were only 2 passengers traveling inside his vehicle at the time.
Only 2?
Obviously, one of those passengers was the deceased brickmaker, Mr. Mason. The other...
That's
was,
so
I
country,
know! Was the accused, Magnus McGilded.
I love how it says exclamation point and none of them have any
I
change.
know. Well, rather damning circumstances to say the least. I don't like how he... Defendant, what say you? Yes, what say you?
Well, of course, I have no recollection of such a thing. Mr. McGilded. To be sure, I rode the omnibus that evening, but whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness, and I always succumb to it. That's stupid.
Are you claiming to have been asleep?
'Tis the motion of the carriage, my lord. Lilton, so it is, and when I opened my eyes again, 'twas a desperate sight before me, the body of a man I'd never laid eyes on before in me life. Now I ask you, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fellow bleeding from his stomach? You know, that's actually fair. I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. I hope he didn't try pulling it out, because that's
Literally.
stupid. I hope he was just putting pressure and nothing else. So the blood got onto the gloves then, after the man had been killed.
Unfortunately, that statement of the driver's is only the beginning.
What? That's not all of it?
There were multiple witnesses.
Dude, this guy's so cunty.
He is. Yeah, he's racist.
Oh,
To the precise moment at which the brickmaker was fatally stabbed.
damn it, why is everybody racist?
There's always fucking something, dude. Order, order, order.
That's crazy.
When the killing took place, only the victim and the accused were inside the carriage. And there were witnesses to the crime. This is not a case of compelling evidence. No, not just a case of compelling evidence. It's the nail in the coffin for the accused. Ugh! Dude. Thank you, counsel. The circumstances of the crime have been made quite clear. I think we will hear testimony from these witnesses, first of all. Your wish is my command.
You know, at least he's not ordering around the judge.
It's true.
He has some respect.
Bailiff, bring the witnesses in at once.
Yeah, whatever. Order around the bailiff. At least the judge has a spine. Dude, get this poor old man a blanket.
Dude, for real. Witnesses, your names and occupations.
That's how you were before the heated blanket.
Yeah, literally. My name is, well, everyone calls me Beppo. Beepo? Beppo.
Wait, Peepo is kind of funny.
I think it would have to have 2 E's to be Beepo.
Okay, we can still call him Peepo.
Beepo.
Because it's silly.
I drive an omnibus in the East End.
Bruce Fairplay. I'm a banker in the city.
My name's First. Lady First. I make hats for gents.
That's terrible.
It is. Let's begin by confirming the facts.
Your hats clearly suck considering they don't stay on your own head.
Right. 3 days ago,
At a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening,
all of you present in the stand were in an omnibus and witness to the aforementioned incident.
I thought you said only 2 people.
Probably a different one or something. I don't know. Maybe they were passing by. I have no idea. Is that correct? Yes, sir.
Quite right.
Yes, sir. That's right, sir. I hate this little twink.
Dog, just take the hat off, please.
Very well then. Let's proceed to your formal testimonies, please. Each of you will tell the court precisely what you saw. Please stop looking at me like that, Judge. I hate it. It was the last bus of the evening, so I had few customers. I remember it well.
The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus. Then, out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged a knife into his guts.
That's right, he stabbed him. I screamed, I did. Couldn't help it. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus, and then I saw it too.
Bruce Fairplay's pun, what his whole gimmick is how his usual stance makes him look like one of those people on coins. Oh, interesting. I'm sure if I knew something about coins, I'd understand the pun, but...
Okay. That's
unambiguous testimony, I say.
Exactly, my lord. These men witnessed the incident in the omnibus with their own eyes.
I'd like to ask a question, if I may.
Yes, counsel?
Well, this testimony makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever.
Why not?
Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it?
As has been clearly stated from the outset, yes.
Well, in that case, how could these 2 witnesses possibly have seen what happened? There's no way they could have seen the inside of the moving carriage. Is this really obvious to everyone else?
I think probably yes. And I do remember now. I didn't before, but how quaint. I'd read that civilization in the eastern island nations was a good century behind our own. But you're here in London yourself. Are you really so ignorant about our omnibuses?
Huh?
Tell me, my Nipponese friend, have you even traveled in an omnibus?
Well, no. We, only arrived in London this morning.
No matter. I've arranged for us all to see for ourselves the actual scene of the crime, that is.
What do you mean? The actual scene? How?
A carriage is designed to be moved, after all. Presumably you understand that much?
How the fuck are you getting a carriage inside the courtroom?
Magic.
Yes.
The omnibus in which is the omnibus in which this bloody crime took place is here today in this very building, somehow.
Here? What? The entire carriage?
Bailiff,
Bailiff starts dragging this thing out.
bring forth the
Struggling.
stricken omnibus.
I really hope they show us that. They're not going to. How the fuck did they get that in there?
I don't
No
know,
way the
man.
doors are big enough. So that's an omnibus. The omnibus. I can't believe they could bring something so enormous in here. Great Britain's courtrooms are amazing.
As you can see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and can carry up to 8 passengers. 4 passengers seated inside the enclosed cabin, and 4 on the rooftop deck above. Every Londoner knows that the best views of the city, architecture, and sights are to be had from the top of an omnibus. And I should point out to our foreign guests, there is a skylight in the roof, allowing a view of the interior from the seats above.
Oh, I did not know that either. God, I hate that.
Me too.
Oh, skylight. Oh.
The penny drops at last, I see. These 2 gentlemen were occupying the rooftop seats of on this omnibus when the murder took place.
Okay, so unless they were sitting next to each other, only one of them would have saw it.
Right.
So
That is how they came to witness the grim incident. Through the skylight.
that makes perfect sense.
Well, counsel, this is a first. In all my years behind the bench, I've never experienced the crime scene itself being brought into the courtroom. There are a number of important clues remaining inside this carriage, my lord. I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence.
Wild. Can we
For real.
investigate it?
That is the prosecution's wish. Very well. I see no reason why not. The omnibus is hereby formally accepted as evidence.
Alright. Can we look at that? I can't believe it. The entire crime scene entered as evidence. Hold on, I want to look at it. Oh my god. We really just have the entire thing. Someone 3D modeled this thing.
I know.
Should have been me. I didn't know how to do that shit back then. Back then, as if this is like really old.
It's from 2000.
Phoenix Wright Omnibus?
What?
What's he doing here?
Why did it say that?
What?
I swear to God, I never noticed that. What do you mean you can't find anything out of place?
He doesn't know who Phoenix Wright is. This is years before Phoenix.
Yeah, so why is it? I'm so confused. Phoenix
He's
Wright
a time
Omnibus?
traveler. And now he owns an omnibus. He had to put his name somewhere.
I guess.
Does 418
That's
mean something
so
too?
weird. That's like so out of place.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Can I zoom in?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Bye.
Dude.
Dude, Phoenix Wright Omnibus. Sure, man, I guess.
Like, interesting. They had to put it somewhere. They
That's
needed a
crazy.
reference.
That's like, so they could have made a more subtle reference.
How does that guy get down from here? Does he have to like scoot up and then get down? Wait, how did they get up there? Wait, was there a ladder? There is a ladder. Never mind. That's gotta be so scary.
Yeah, literally.
To sit here and drive a horse-drawn carriage all the way
Dude,
up
the
there.
horse is gonna pull a little too hard and you're so gone.
Exactly. You're dead under the carriage.
That's crazy.
terrifying. England's scary. What does this
You know,
say?
it's still like that. They
Really?
still- yeah, that's actually... No, I'm just...
Oh.
I don't know.
Shut up.
I'm sure there's
I thought
probably-
you were being
No.
serious about that.
They actually have these instead of cars in England. Did you know that?
I mean, I thought they just had like both.
I mean, they probably have some for like some kind of historical like tour kind of stuff. I don't know.
Oh, kind of like how we have the horse-drawn carriages in the winter.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't go there. I don't live there. I don't go there. I wouldn't know.
Dang. We
Ugh.
should take a trip to England one day.
You're right, and we can be the whole time. Wow, this is such an Ace Attorney reference.
The entire England is an Ace Attorney
Yes.
reference.
I'm still caught up on the Phoenix Wright Omnibus.
Maybe it's a real omnibus out there.
The Phoenix Wright Omnibus.
Yeah, it's up in a museum somewhere. Oh, if we happen to ever go to London and see an omnibus, we need a picture with it so that I can Photoshop Phoenix Wright Omnibus on it.
Phoenix Wright Omnibus.
And we can do our things, our faces that I drew.
We can.
Except I would never share that photo with anybody.
We could just draw
because-
over it.
You're so right. Oh my god.
Well, let's open the door and go inside, shall we?
Oh, the scene of a murder. It's horrible.
Don't
Stop
be a
being a
pussy.
pussy.
That's crazy.
Oh, I hate this. Notice. Ah, that's a poster for the great exhibition that's due to start 6 months from now. There's a lot of focus being drawn to the Crystal Tower, the centerpiece of the whole exposition. Oh, my bad. Do you want to end soon? Oh, my phone's on 9%. Goodbye, cell phone viewer. You're dead. Okay, so what are you doing?
I like how it just has the. Calm down. I like how it just has it all in Japanese.
Crazy. Yep, that's how I'm playing it. Just like that. I'm actually fluent.
Really? That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. We should switch it to Japanese and you should voice every line and you should
Oh.
speak it in Japanese.
Oh.
Or you can translate for us. Honestly, either one would be really cool.
No, that's too much talking.
Mm-hmm.
Too much talking. I'm good this way.
Yeah.
Because then you can read too.
Oh, okay. If that's what you insist on.
Man, today our Dr. Pepper syrup ran out, right? So Emily goes back there to change it. Can't figure it out. They're back there for like 10 minutes trying to figure it out. We get a DoorDash when we have no dough. I'm like, we need dough now. We need to make this DoorDash. And so I send them out there as I try to figure it out. And as I'm walking out, they're like, it's all in Spanish and upside down and I can't figure it out. And Abby's not answering me. And first of all the instructions had English, then the Spanish version
That's
of the exact
crazy.
same
Dear
sentence.
Lord.
And the pictures were in fact not upside down. They were perfectly fine. Welcome back, everybody. But we did not figure it out. Well, they ended up FaceTiming our manager
Oh
and
my gosh.
figuring it out. But it's fine, we got it. And we ended up being slammed like right when we switched off and I tried fixing it.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure it out either. But to be fair, it didn't actually give detailed instructions. It literally said, if you have this nozzle, follow this. And then it pointed to 3 pictures with no explanation.
Awesome. That's what you want.
Yeah. But anyway.
People all over London must be fizzing with excitement at the prospect of such a grand event.
Imagine I just forgot to examine that. That's blood that's soaked into the seat. The victims, obviously. No.
Maybe just someone started their period, okay? Yes, and that seat would be clearly visible from the roof deck.
Would you really stab somebody in full view of the other passengers? I wonder.
Well, it was after dark, and there was a lamp on in here, so perhaps the culprit couldn't see anything outside through the skylight.
Whichever way you look at it, doesn't seem like it was a planned attack. You know what also doesn't seem planned? The fact that the blood is not the right color. But whatever. Ah, that's a poster for the great... Okay. Is the Crystal Tower the Eiffel Tower? Because that's what that looks like. Oh, we can look up. It's quite a large skylight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite large enough to afford a good view into the cabin from the top deck.
And there doesn't appear to be a handle or hatch of any description. So I suppose it can't be opened from inside the cabin at least.
Okay.
Good to know. The seat looks reasonably soft, but it's actually rather hard when you sit on it. Only just wide enough for 2 gentlemen to sit side by side, really.
Of course, an English gentlewoman would be dressed in such finery. It would be quite impossible for her to climb up the roof deck, so she would have to be seated in here.
A woman in a kimono would have the same problem. Women's clothes are very impractical, aren't they? Yeah.
Oh. She's like, can we just fucking leave already?
Into the void of green. Olive green. Okay. So, which seat? I can't even look directly up top.
You can
Hold on.
press on it, and it will probably change perspective.
You're right.
This is the roof deck of the omnibus. Oh, you must have a wonderful view of London streets from up here.
So people sit all the way up here on bitter winter nights with cold air rushing past them, and they have to pay money to do so?
I can't imagine how cold it must feel.
That just made me think of something horrible. Can you imagine being dragged around the city in the freezing cold as punishment?
Perhaps that is the real price you pay to stay out late.
Okay. buddy.
Okay. I cannot get over Phoenixburg Omnibus. Why is that there? That is so weird.
Okay. So, the twink and the penny guy had to have been sitting
The
here.
twink and the penny guys.
What else am I supposed to
craziest shit
tell
ever.
them? How else do I describe them? That's what they are, okay? They had to have both been sitting here to be able to see in here.
Either that, or they're just fucking lying for fun, which witnesses love to do.
Very true. But
Or maybe
they would
one
have
was
both been
one
sitting
way,
together.
and one was sitting the other, and then one guy like screamed or something. It was like, "Oh my god!" And the other guy looked over and he's like, "Oh my god!"
Dude would have climbed over the back of this.
He could have just pulled one of this number.
Okay, to be able to clearly see down here, he would have been like, yeah, like that. Over the back, okay? He was named after the omnibus.
Can you imagine?
Like, for real? They named Phoenix Wright after the omnibus. Phoenix Wright in Japanifornia. Named after some random omnibus in a murder.
That fucking banger ass name. So
Very true, but like, that's
parents
crazy.
went on vacation to London.
You think its middle name is Omnibus?
Phoenix Omnibus, right?
Yeah, they couldn't make it too obvious, right?
Right. No, that's not obvious at all.
Well, they couldn't make it too obvious that he was named after the omnibus. So nobody ever asked him his
Can you
middle
imagine
name.
if his last name was Omnibus and his middle name was Wright? So his name would be Phoenix Omnibus.
That would have been awful. He would have been made fun of. See, that's why it's
I guess
his
that's
middle
why
name.
it's his middle name.
So he just goes by like Phoenix right.
Phoenix.
If they ever
Wright.
ask his middle name, he's like, it's okay.
You don't need to
that.
know. It's okay.
That's what I say about my middle name, but I just genuinely hate my middle name. Okay,
I don't even think I know what your middle name is.
good. My manager does, but only because she had to look at all my
Well,
paperwork.
yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of like legal document stuff.
Yeah.
But who even uses middle names anymore? I feel like
I
that's
don't know.
not like very relevant in almost any capacity. Usually, even when you have to put your full name on things, they rarely ask for a middle name, and if they do,
That's
it's usually middle initial.
Right.
Can't remember the last time I've actually had to put my full middle name down.
I don't know your middle name either.
Oh.
I know Finn's. I
Yeah,
don't know yours.
it's just a basic white girl middle name.
It's not helpful. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, true. Well, I'm not.
Is it similar to Finn's?
No.
Oh.
Same amount of letters, actually.
Yeah, that's not helpful. There's a lot of them.
I'll tell you later.
Okay. Not much to look at here.
Except for the fucking, I don't know, giant blood stain on my hands.
Okay, well, I meant like outside that. I like that they had to sculpt the inside of the
Mhm.
glove too. And then they cut it off. You can see the white line where they cut it off because they suck at their jobs. Just kidding. But it would have been easier actually to just make it a curve on the inside so it wouldn't have done that line.
Is that true? Maybe they should have hired you in 2017.
I didn't know anything about this back in 2017. Doug, I didn't have a computer in 2017.
I'm just saying the absolute audacity of you to criticize their work.
Okay.
I'm joking.
This is definitely blood, isn't it?
What's up?
Not the most pleasant sight to be confronted with on our first day to London.
Well, nothing will become of grumbling now.
No. By the way, is Mr. McGilded right-handed?
Yes, I believe so. He was toying with a coin in his right hand a little earlier.
Pity. If only he'd been left-handed.
I think on blood on either glove would be fairly incriminating, really.
Yeah. Okay. There... Oh, forgot about that. This button's gone.
Huh.
Not much else to look at, to be honest, is what I can see. I'm gonna assume they never tested this for prints, though.
I don't know if that was a thing.
Kind of want to look.
Hmm?
I want to look. Probably butchered like half of his words. 1901. So no, they're like 2 years before.
Yeah.
Well, this
That's
one
an
says
AI overview. Don't
Okay.
trust that shit.
Never mind. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So this is like 2 years before they started using fingerprint dusting. So what's this? Oh, never mind. Inherited? Normally you don't use the word inherited. Also, why can we examine? It's so well detailed. Oh my gosh, they put all the effort
Dude,
into
literally.
this. Ooh, it's got a little thing on the inside. Oh, it's just the same. I don't care to read all this, to be honest. I didn't mean to click on it. Alright. I should probably read that. That is the worst word ever.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to say that.
Hemorrhaging.
That's how you say that?
Yeah.
That sounds so much easier than it's spelled. People need to
It
stop
is
making
spelled
long
pretty
words.
terribly. I'm not gonna lie.
Stop
That was
making long
disgusting.
words, man.
Yeah, everything must be at the very most 5 letters.
Well,
No more
okay.
longer words than that.
See, evidence,
No.
that's fine as a long word, but it shouldn't go any longer than this. We don't need all these long things.
Yes, Great Britain is simply extraordinary.
Extraordinary is already too long. I can help myself a lot by giving that omnibus a thorough exam. I just did.
Lit doesn't know that. Right, don't expect this Nipponese stray to understand the intricacies of a British court's cross-examination rights.
Well, this child, I don't remember what he said, has played Ace Attorney. So, he's not even a child anymore. He's like in college, right?
Check his age. Well, I don't know if you can check his
I think
age,
you've told me
actually.
that. Yeah, no. Wait, people.
I think he's just 24. Like the...
Okay. This
Or maybe he's
random
a
guy,
little
okay?
younger.
This person who's acting as a lawyer has played Ace Attorney. We know how to cross-examine. Wrong. I tried in our AI thing and it failed. I couldn't think of anything.
I think that we should end it before the cross-examination, so we don't have to leave it in the middle of the thing.
You're right. We should probably do that.
We're gonna play it on this Wednesday anyway, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, would you look at that?
I'm gonna make Johnny play this too.
Yeah?
She hasn't played Ace Attorney in a while. I haven't let her either, to be honest.
You haven't let her?
Well, it's on my laptop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just saved it. Whatever, we can save twice.
Can you imagine if we just hadn't saved it? To be fair, we're not that far in.
Yeah, but that would have been.
It would
too much
just have
to
been
go
annoying.
through.
But at least you can text skip in this one.
Very true. But if we hadn't saved, we would have still had to go through it all.
That's true.
Well, this was fun. I really enjoyed Apollo Justice World. That's the wrong screen.
I think that was the highlight of the stream.
Apollo Justice World was
Too
definitely
bad
the highlight.
that's what we started on.
I know. Everything else was terrible compared. Can't believe the one that looked the worst
I know.
ended up being the best one.
It was very-
Those other two people though were super nice.
Yeah.
That was so fun that they also had
It was.
their characters as
Like, I mean, I guess it makes sense considering where
dude,
we
and
were.
it was
but,
perfect
Like, still.
that I was Phoenix
Mhm.
because they were Miles Edgeworth and Gumshoe. It would have been even cool if they happened to have a Maya.
Mm-hmm.
But next time, I'm
Next
gonna
time,
buy
I'll
you
just be-
Robux, okay?
Yeah.
And you could be Miles Edgeworth, so I don't have to have you in my little pocket, in my little baby carrier thing. And we can go around. Maybe I'll see those people on Roblox more, talk to them, if they're cool. We could set it up.
It'd be so fun.
We could have a whole Ace Attorney little thing.
It'd be so fun.
And it'd be all 4 of us. But then I don't think you'd be allowed to be Edgeworth.
No, I could be Maya though.
Okay, it could be Maya.
Or Apollo, but that wouldn't really fit with the others. So
No.
sad. Very sad.
Both would be cool though. Also, I liked that we were all like the blocky version.
Yeah.
So it
was
looked
very
like
fun.
it was planned,
It
but it
did.
really wasn't. I'm still kind of shocked to find out Phoenix was named after an omnibus. It's really crazy.
Phoenix Omnibus, right?
Yeah.
Phoenix
Insane.
Omnibus, right?
Can't believe they did that. Poor Phoenix. Do you think he even knows the origin of his name?
I genuinely feel like I would have noticed that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's the exact same game on the Switch and on the PC, but like,
Mhm.
I feel like I would remember that if I saw Phoenix Wright Omnibus. Either I didn't fucking pay attention, or
You
I
think-
somehow forgot.
Blocking
So-
out the memories of Phoenix Wright Omnibus.
Dude, I guess so. It was just too traumatic.
Yeah.
Phoenix Wright Omnibus.
I'm gonna go back and see if that moment was funny. Because if so, I want to clip it so everybody can know about the Phoenix Wright Omnibus. Phoenix Wright Omnibus.
Wright Omnibus.
That's so gumble.
It is. That is so gumble.
We have an emote for that now.
Oh my god.
So
that is
gumble.
So gumble.
I really hope the word so gumble, well, not the word, but the words, like the phrase so gumble catches on and it becomes brain wet. Phoenix Wright Omnibus doesn't even have a dialogue thing.
It's true. It would be really funny if you clicked on it and it's like, that's a really weird fucking name. Like, dear lord.
That would have been hilarious. They should have done that. Like, having it there, already funny. Being able to put something about it and calling him stupid or something.
Yeah, like you could have
Even
made fun of
better.
it a little bit. Right, Omnibus. What was the thought process? They literally could have picked like a ton of things to reference that would have like been
Phoenix
more.
Wright
It's just so
Omnibus.
jarring. Phoenix Wright Omnibus. Oh.
Wow, what a quote from Pissman. Wild.
And naked and wet. You can't take the country quiz.
Yep. Who knows? He could have been like Phoenix, right? What a strange name.
That's
Anyway.
what I'm saying. It would have been so perfect if you're going to make it like the reference that in your face instead of being more subtle. Then you could have at least
Just,
poked
like,
fun
go-
at it.
Yeah, go all the way with it.
Right. Oh, Maya's not happy.
She didn't like that we're making fun of Phoenix Omnibus, right?
She probably named that shit, dude.
she went back in time and named it?
Yeah.
Okay, so they went back in time together. He just wanted to see London.
Yeah.
And
He's probably like, Maya, please, come on. Let's just leave it alone. She's like, no, I'm going to name it Phoenix Wright Omnibus. It would
Yeah.
be really fucking funny.
because of inflation, they have a lot of money compared to these people.
Yeah.
So she bought the omnibus, so she got to name it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So actually, that bus is owned by Maya Fey, who doesn't really exist in this timeline.
It would have been even funnier. I mean, not really. It would have been more confusing, honestly, if it had said like a different character's name as the omnibus.
Not Phoenix Wright, just
Maya
like
Fey
Apollo.
Apollo Justice Omnibus would have been the funniest thing ever because it would have made no
Dude.
sense whatsoever.
Even funnier if they went with some random witness.
Yeah, April May Omnibus. Do you think all the omnibuses in London are named after different Ace Attorney characters?
Dude, if they went back in time, if this is the storyline we're going with, they probably had money to buy
Gumshoe
all the.
Omnibus.
Oh my god, that would have been funny. But they probably had enough money to buy all the omnibuses. That's how they have it.
Oh my God,
That's how-
perhaps
that's
a
how
Cody
Lon-
Hackins omnibus.
Cody Hackins omnibus. But I can imagine he really only did like the important people in his life. Cody
Yeah.
is not one of them.
Richard Wellington omnibus.
Who?
Like-
Oh, never mind. Lot of heart.
Oh. Freaky little things. Oh. Love this game.
Crazy.
The old bag omnibus. Fuck, what other characters are there?
Can't even think of.
I was about to say Ryunosuke Naruhodo omnibus, and then I was like, well, no, because then he would just see that and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, how is his name there?
Red, white omnibus. But that's just 2 colors. That
Yeah, that one wouldn't be that suspicious.
No.
It's gotta be like subtly weird. Just
Salmonella omnibus.
No! Edgeworth omnibus.
Director Hottie omnibus.
No! Dude, that would be terrible. But yeah, I feel like he'd just go with like the people who are close to him. So he'd probably have like Mia, Pearl,
Yeah.
Maya, Edgeworth, Gumshoe, himself. But I feel like he wouldn't do himself, Maya would do him.
Oh no.
No. Not Max.
Mo omnibus. I don't remember the rest of his name. Does he have the rest of his name?
I don't
He
remember.
probably does. It's not just
Just Mo.
Mo.
I'm sure he had the rest of his name somewhere.
And Manfred von Karma omnibus.
Dude,
Francisco von Karma omnibus. That would go hard.
Judge Omnibus.
Judge omnibus.
He doesn't even have a name.
I know.
That's crazy.
Judge omnibus.
Would be so funny. It's the only omnibus the judge will
Yes. It's made for me.
take. He's the one who bought that one though.
Yeah.
He didn't have to go back in time. He just has the money. Lawrence Curls is Mo's real name.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Lawrence Curls?
Lawrence Curls
That's-
omnibus.
Horrible.
You don't fuck with Lawrence Curls.
Ew, I don't like it. His one is this Three Stooges?
I don't know. I don't.
I don't either. Sorry. I think I should probably watch some Jacksepticeye though before next.
Yeah, you should. I
Time.
love Jacksepticeye.
Never watched a single one of his videos,
No.
so
He's so
maybe
lovely.
I will get a slightly better accent.
I love him so incredibly much. However, his take on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie made me respect him like 1% less.
Oh,
He didn't like it,
okay. Oh.
and I was really upset.
What do you
when I saw it.
recommend then for him?
Let me
Like
think
to
for-
start out with.
Let me think for a second. Oh, Larry, Moe, and Curly. Okay, that makes sense. Larry Butts omnibus. Omnibus.
I just got your joke. That was such a delay.
Too late.
Maybe because you're spinning around in the
No,
chair with a
I
cord.
didn't ask, except for I totally did ask. 100% I did.
Yeah, they all heard it. Don't ruin my
I
heated blanket.
won't. I like this thing too much. I can't ruin it. Also, you know it's yours. I guess I won't destroy your property for fun.
Yeah, please. I had enough of that with Evil Abby.
Evil Abby.
Oh, I never showed you guys something. Hold on. I need to send it to myself first, but you guys need to see it. It's looking so good. My poor phone's at 7%.
Dear Lord.
I can get this sent over before it dies. I just gotta find it. I don't think I exported the most recent version. Alex, I want your opinion too. What Jacksepticeye videos should I start with?
The first videos I watched from him were this one game, oh god. Now I have to.
Apparently I did export the latest version. Now I have to.
What is it called?
Can you
Sorry,
describe?
I'm looking through all of his playlists right now to see. But I think it's silly and cute. Oh, it's so awesome. That is so awesome.
It's looking so good. but I don't know how to draw clouds at all. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
He does have a Doki Doki Literature Club playthrough. I remember
I'm
I
not
watched that. No, that's not what I would recommend. I love Doki Doki. Dear Lord, what is this man have? He has played Ace Attorney.
Has he
should.
played Schedule 1? I love that game.
I don't know.
It would have been recent, like within the past few months.
Oh, I don't know. I'm pretty far down at this point.
Oh.
But, I'm trying to figure out which one.
Oh my god, it's huge. Hold on. Okay, it's massive and covering everything.
Oh, the game that he played is called The Last Guardian. That's the first playthrough thing I watched of him. It's not the most exciting gameplay, I will say, but it's very nice. And I like him, so I liked watching him play it. But honestly, I would just say it's so cool. I'm sorry, I'm looking at it. Honestly, I'd just say watch any game that you like by him. But if you can't figure out one, I mean, I liked that game. I need to rewatch it because it was very silly.
Okay. Forgot every single video from him now that you're asked. Yeah, that sounds right. But this is what I've been working on. I've been working on it for over 2 years because I don't know how to work on things.
Over 2 years is crazy.
Yeah.
Just say no.
I know. Oh well.
Which game did you just say that you...
Schedule 1.
Yeah, it's literally the first playlist that pops up.
Crazy. I love that game. You literally just sell drugs.
That would make sense considering what the thumbnail for that is.
Yeah. You make weed, you sell it. You make meth, you sell it. You mix meth with horse cum for some reason and a bunch of other things. You sell it. It's a great game. Highly recommend. But I'm so happy with how it's turning out. I love it. I spent probably 40 minutes on just the shadows of the head.
Damn. Well, it looks really good.
Yeah.
So.
Loving it. I don't like all of it. Some of it looks kind of weird. But we're getting there. Okay? It needs a lot more. But we're getting there. But yeah, like I said, don't know how to do clouds. Never once drawn a cloud in my life besides just like a white puffy thing.
That's fair.
And obviously, that's not gonna work here. But eventually, when I'm really good at Blender, I'm making this in Blender and then 3D printing it in my 3D printer.
Oh my god, that's so awesome.
I'm gonna have to make the body and the clouds separate and just attach. And also, it's gonna have a stand. Wait, actually, I saw this thing, okay? This guy showed... Hold on. Little backstory. Have you ever had one of those monster idols or seen them where they go on a stand but they're floating?
Yes.
I saw a guy who showed me how to do basically that. Okay? I know how to do it. It's really easy. Okay? I can 3D print the object I need and get all the magnets that's needed. I want to make him float.
That would be so cool.
It'd be really easy.
Yeah? You say that about a lot of things.
No, this is insanely easy. I can send you the video because I saved it.
Okay.
They make clocks like this where the ball, they have a ball instead of like a minute or an hour hand, and it's floating. You can completely pass your hand between the two objects.
That's really cool.
Yeah, basically. Okay, how it works. Let me draw this out for you. Okay, so you have a ring, okay? Inside is a magnet, okay? With one side, a positive or a negative. Outside, you have a whole bunch of little magnets with whatever the opposite is, okay? And then outside, you have another magnet. It is attracted to
So is it
the
just
center
the
magnet.
opposite of the other ones, or?
I genuinely don't know positives and negatives specifically,
Okay.
like which one connects where, but the outside magnet needs to connect, want to connect to the center one. so that these ones, the outside tiny ones, are pushing it away, but this one is drawing it in. So then it leaves a gap.
Interesting. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, and you can pull it slightly away and it'll just come back. Or you can push it forward and it'll go back. So, with all that in mind, I can make this and it'd be really fucking cool.
It would be really cool. You should.
Yeah. So, the only thing is, I think the disc with all, like, the multiple magnets has to be sideways to the other magnet for it to work. Which is a little weird, but I can get it. I can picture in my mind how it's going to work because the one is going to be bigger. It'd probably sit inside the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
And then the smaller one would just be like a little platform that'd be sitting above.
Okay.
Probably with lights, because that'd be fun.
That would be fun. Oh, that'd be so cool.
I've been thinking about this for a few days. I love planning out little things like this and then I never do them.
But you could.
Yeah. Or if I don't feel like making it myself in Blender, I'll pay somebody to do that.
That's fair.
And I will tell them my exact plan so they can work on dimensions and everything, because the hole will need to be cut out for it to be able to put the magnets in there. Oh, it'd be so fun. I don't know what I'd do about all the little pixels. They're just not going to be there.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's okay.
God, that'd be really cool.
Unless I have really tiny versions of the magnet thing on all of
I think
these.
that would be pretty much impossible.
Yeah. I would need lots of different sizes of magnets. But anyway, I should take you home. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Yes,
this has
thank
been
you.
a lot of fun. Roblox was way more fun than I thought it would be. And we should definitely do that soon again. Because I can set you up on my laptop so you can play with us.
Yes.
I don't know how it would be with people seeing your point of view. They probably just wouldn't.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
You'd see me on the screen
if we get that
anyway, though.
other thing set up
Yeah.
with my laptop with you,
Mm-hmm.
the other people can be seeing your point of view.
That's true.
But we need to get that working.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. We'll be back on Wednesday.
For more Greatest Attorney.
Yeah, continuing this case.
Hooray!
Which I'm
and
looking
we'll hopefully
so far.
remember what's going on, considering it's
Hopefully.
only like 3 days away.
Yeah, no 2-week break for us this time. I'm gonna leave this up because it's
It is very
basically
cool.
very prety right now. I'm gonna have to talk to some of my artist friends to get it to look better because there's some things I don't like about it. But anyway,
Alright.
see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.